Welcome back, everyone. It's Jesse Tyler Ridgeway. Thank you for tuning into this video. This is a more serious one. It's a little more personal. I wanted to talk about how I'm leaving New Jersey permanently. I've lived in New Jersey my entire life, all 28 years. I've lived in my parents' house for like 26 years, 27 years, and just in the last year and a half, I've moved out, but only 10 minutes away from them. So I still live in the same freaking zip code as my family childhood home. I've traveled all over the world, but I've never lived permanently somewhere else. However, that all changes this week. I wanted to talk a bit about my personal finance situation, taxes, and a lot of the impetus as to why I'm leaving New Jersey, and just understand that I really do love this place. I love the Jersey Shore. I love Atlantic City. I love the rural nature. I love living in the woods. There's a lot of great things about, South Jersey, and even just being 40 minutes from Philadelphia, big city, get some cheesesteaks, go to some Philadelphia Eagles or Phillies games, or drive 2.5 hours up to New York City and see a Broadway show or eat at some nice restaurants. You're even not far from Delaware. So if you're trying to avoid sales tax, you can buy a big MacBook computer or whatever, buy a big screen TV and avoid all the sales tax just by driving 40 minutes across the bridge. There's a lot of great things about New Jersey. However, what's not so great are the taxes. And I don't just mean property taxes. I'm talking about income taxes. I'm talking about any which way the New Jersey state government can just further tax the crap out of you. Yes, it is one of the most densely populated states. That's more trending towards North Jersey. But it really is like California on the East Coast. There's a reason not many YouTubers or digital content creators of any kind live in New Jersey. It is very expensive. So that leads me to my announcement. Yeah, I'm leaving New Jersey and I'm moving to Pennsylvania. I am moving out of this house here and getting a new house. I'd say maybe like an hour and some change away from here, away from my family, my friends, and my entire network. And it's a big move for me. And a lot of you guys that watch my videos, at least not on this channel, this is mainly just me and you. On my McJuggernauts channel, which is the bread and butter, I use everybody a lot in videos. I'm very close with my family and friends. So this is a very big move. Unfortunately, I have to do it just for financial reasons. And that's what I want to get into. But hey, drop some likes if you're down to hear my personal, behind the scenes finance situation and why I'm making these kinds of decisions. And maybe you want to hear more personal insights, more real conversation, less of me just being like, yo, it's wild. So for a lot of you guys, there might be some homeowners in here, and probably maybe most of you guys are younger. So when you buy a house, the property that it lays on, you have to pay property taxes each and every single year. Those property taxes goes towards the school system, county roads, there's all kinds of different government, they slap on like 10 different charges and they call it property taxes, and that's what you pay to live in this area. Now I own 6 acres right here. I have like a $360,000 house, so I'm paying around $12,000 a year just to keep this property. $12,000 just for property taxes. Yeah, that's it, just for nothing. So even if I had this house completely paid off, no mortgage, everything's paid, I still owe property taxes every year till I'm dead. And $12,000 is a lot of money. On top of living in Jersey, I also have to owe a 10.75% state income tax. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I do Twitch. I also have merchandise. I do all my business is online. I do Facebook videos and I get ad revenue through that. All of that money at the end of the year, I'm going to have to pay tax to the federal government on the national level. And then I'm also going to pay taxes to the state, New Jersey. New Jersey has a 10.75% income tax rate. 10.75% of my paycheck each year goes to the state government. And it's those two big reasons as to why I'm going to Pennsylvania. Now, I looked at a lot of states. I actually really looked at Tennessee, New Hampshire. There's actually a lot of states now. I think there's maybe 9 individual states that do no income tax whatsoever. Obviously, that'd be super appealing to anyone, but especially for somebody like me. Now, I'm not supporting like, hey guys, don't pay your taxes or whatever, but for somebody like me who I work digitally, I can work from anywhere in the world. I feel like it's kind of foolish for me to be living in a state that charges me so much when I could be living in a no tax state, doing the same exact thing and being able to save, say, 7-10% of my money every single year. So now the problem with, say, going to Tennessee, which is 0% tax, or say even moving all the way to Nevada or something, which is 0% tax, I would be away from my entire family, friends, and my network, and I'd be like just selfishly doing this whole move just for money, and I've never been about that. And they're also a part of my videos. So the audience would be super upset. I wouldn't be as happy just to save money. And in order to come back and see everyone, I'd have to hop on a plane. And I feel like that's just such a huge hassle. It'd get really annoying for me. And I feel like I wouldn't get to see everyone that much. I would like to think I would, but realistically, I'd maybe do like a few trips out of the year and it just wouldn't work. However, I found out that right across the bridge over into Pennsylvania, it's only a 3% state income tax rate. So you got New Jersey 10.75 or Pennsylvania 3.07. I'll be saving over 7% of my income every year by just living an hour over the bridge in Pennsylvania. So I can still drive to see my family. I can have them come over to PA and we can kind of film wherever we have, and I can fortunately save money each year on the state income tax, and I get to do what I love in Pennsylvania. All I really need is an internet hookup. The other great thing as well is I found this really nice property. I mean, the property kind of found me, and it's 10 acres versus my 6 acres here. However, the Pennsylvania property, like the house, the land, it's 4x the value of my Jersey house, and I'm only paying around $8,000 in taxes, in property taxes. So once again, you got Jersey, I'm paying $12,000 a year for 6 acres and this house versus $8,000 a year for 10 acres and a 4x the value house. With the property taxes and the income tax, it's a no-brainer. Now imagine I'm living in PA for 5 years, 10 years. I'm just grinding out streams, grinding out content, doing more finance-related content. So every year I'm gonna save 7% in taxes, and that's the state income. So if I make $100,000 in a year, I'm saving $7,000 every year. After 10 years, I just saved an extra $70,000 versus in New Jersey, I'd have zero. So would I rather have an extra 70 grand in the bank account? Also, not to mention the money I'm saving every year in the property taxes, which would be 4 grand every year. So that'd be an extra 40 grand just in property taxes. By me living in PA, that's $110,000 that I wouldn't have to spend here in Jersey. Now it's all kind of corny because I am still going to be keeping my house here in New Jersey, and I more than likely will be renting it out. So I'll be getting income coming in from that, and I could come visit whenever I want. So I will still be paying the property taxes for the house, but the rent will make up for the property taxes and potentially also make me a profit as well. Another reason for the move is, I had a bag of money and the coordinates led me to this property, and I have a reason to believe that not only am I just living there full time and it's a beautiful place and home, and it's an investment property in a sense because there might be something on the property. I don't know, it's oil or gold, diamonds, something. I guarantee it. I don't know what it is. Maybe the lake. Maybe it's like a Loch Ness Monster or something. Trap it and charge people to see it or something. I don't know yet. But it also just checks the box for me is like, the pandemic's really intense, and sharing a house with my brother and having people in and out all the time. It's a little bit scary not knowing if everyone is behaving and if the virus is going to find its way in. I didn't get to travel this year. I didn't get kind of any real good vacation. So having a second place, kind of like a new home, I think I'll be able to get kind of that new experience, that new scenery, the new surroundings, just have some variety and mix it up in life, which I told myself when I got this house, I didn't want to be here very long. I wanted to be here for maybe a year, 2 years tops. I didn't want to get too comfortable because I just never want to get too comfortable. I want to constantly be moving, constantly reinventing myself, trying different things out. So I feel like that's the spice of life. I think keep things adventurous and exciting. So that's it, y'all. I'm going to miss it here. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will miss me living in Jersey. Will be sad because I know there's a lot of people that wanted to visit or, meet me because they're also fellow New Jerseyans. But similar to people moving away from California, I'm leaving New Jersey. And it's funny to me, though, that so many YouTubers or content creators say live in somewhere like Los Angeles or California, where it's like one of the highest tax states, yet their content doesn't need California. And if anything, it might be better to see just somewhere more beautiful or scenic or cinematic for videos, yet everybody's so kind of cesspooled into LA just for the flex. I feel like just for the flex of like, hey, I live in LA and this is my lifestyle or the aesthetic. I don't know. But when it comes to finance, I don't know that they're playing the game right there, and you'd be better off living in a tax-free state and still doing your videos and maybe have more people come to you. And that's what a lot of these states are trying to do. They're trying to bring entrepreneurs, they're trying to bring business to these states by offering offering, you know, the no tax. But anyway, guys, I hope you learned something in this video, and just how it's interesting to kind of look at taxes in this way and to see how you could actually save money in different ways and kind of rethinking your lifestyle. And for any creators out there, I encourage you to have a similar conversation with yourself. I feel like there are a lot of creators that are living in states similar to myself that are just kind of taking it on the chin, but realizing like we can work anywhere. You can literally work in Europe, you know, or you can literally work in Australia. You can kind of go to any country and try and live and work there, and you might be able to save a lot of money and get a lot of experiences in the short run. Like, imagine you get to live a more adventurous life. It's kind of like lifestyle or like travel vloggers. You get to explore a lot, write off all these things for tax purposes because you're exploring these other countries. It's like a win-win when you're doing content creation like this. I mean, it's similar to like the Storyfire office, where there doesn't need to be an office. We don't need a physical location for a digital job. Open the mind up and we can work anywhere and save money, and that's what it's all about, right? Guys, drop some likes in this video if you support the move, if you're pumped to see the new house. There will be a new house tour coming onto the channel very quickly. It's gonna be out within the next day or so, I believe. I'm super pumped, and like low key, look, the Jersey house, I bought it because I was being frugal as heck. It was a smart investment. I got like a 6-bedroom house on 6 acres for only 360 grand. I memean, the basement's freaking huge. I think it's literally a like 6,600 square foot house for 360K. In probably like 10 years, I'll have doubled my money in this house. But at the same time, it doesn't look as good for the videos, hence like this set piece we created. I can't wait for you to see the $1.2 million house. Part of the reason I got it, guys, is a little bit of a flex house. Because on the finance channel, I want y'all to take me seriously and be like, yo, okay, this guy's got some good advice. I'm listening to this guy. So drop some likes for that, because you know what we say here? Let's get minted. Call me when you're serious, cacao. And I'll see you in the new Lion's Den. And we're gonna get into some business. Get me out of here, dude. I need to get, where's my jet? Where's the private jet? You might not see this again. It served its purpose, but thus is life, guys. I told you what the answer is. Once you think you got one figured out, dude, it just keeps coming and new horizons, and that's how it goes. That's the story goes. There'll be another better set piece where we're heading. Case closed, baby. Mwah, mwah. Taking you with me. I'm probably taking all these. Oh, god dang, yeah. We need a better fire.